Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chassis Variant series, kicking off with the Zeus, the next 80-ton assault mech in the lineup. It's not alphabetical, I know, it could be the Victor, but the Zeus I currently have all the variants of, so I thought I'd just do that one. So we're kicking off with the 6T, and yeah, the 6T was a model that was built long after the original 5 S and 5T models of Zeus by the Lyrian Commonwealth Armed Forces. It was basically one of the de facto models during the Fourth Succession War and later the War of 3039. Became one of the more regular models after the then more common AC5 equipped model. The funny thing is the Zeus was originally meant to have a PPC, but issues with the prototypes, of which 2 were built originally, had problems with the engine shielding, so whenever the PPC was fired, it would arc into the engine and possibly cause some issues there with either damaging the shielding or causing electrical overload, that kind of thing. So they had to remove the PPC in favour of the AC5, but later on they managed to fix the issue, and you have the 6T model. Outside of that, it's pretty much business as usual for the Zeus, which the standard build is an LRM-15 in the right arm, and it has 2 medium lasers and a large laser, coupled with the now PPC. Usually it's an AC5. So this becomes a much more energy-heavy variant of the mech. It has, I believe, 4 energy hardpoints, 1 in the left arm, 2 in the left torso, and 1 in the centre torso. And it has 3 missile hardpoints in the right arm. So it's very asymmetrical loadout for the hardpoints, and it means that anyone who's against a Zeus should always be aware that basically if you blow off the left side of the mech, you cripple them virtually, because they don't have much else, and it means that they become essentially a very long-range focused assault mech rather than a short-range mech, if that's how it's built. You don't see the Zeus as often as others. I mean, at the moment you might see the Skokomish, the hero mech they added recently, but actual normal Zeus, regular Zeus models, you don't see as commonly as you do the likes of the well, other Innisphere assaults, really. Things like the Stalker and the Atlas and King Crab, that kind of thing. I think that the problem is the Zeus suffered a bit from the fact that its hardpoints weren't as desirable and the layout of the hardpoints weren't as useful. It really is a support assault mech. It was built specifically with the idea of being a long-range support mech rather than a kind of close-up death-dealing mech. And one of the things about it that seems to have worked is the fact that that's shown there with the sort of hardpoint layout, and the stock weapons give you an idea that it doesn't really have much punch close range. It is definitely built around supporting other mechs in the team. So I like the Zeus for a nostalgia point. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, but it is very specialised actually, and I would say that if you're going to try it out, definitely do your research on the kind of custom builds that are out there. As stock, it works, but when you have a team that are sort of screening you and taking all the damage. In a straight up fight with stock weapons, it does suffer. Also, the edits in this match, it was really long. Basically, the match went, I wandered with my team up to the enemy base in incursion, we got through, I went around the corner, saw the entire team coming back, I went, fuck that, turned around, walked all the way back across the map again, closer to my side of the base, and then we got to this bit, and that's why I've had to do a couple of edits, because if it was the full match it would have been 12 minutes of just sheer boredom. Ultimately it was a victory for my team, but yeah, it was a very dry, dull match. It's like, I guess in a way it kind of speaks to the Zeus being, it's a bit of a kind of bland assault mech in terms of MechWarrior Online. Tabletop, it's absolutely fucking great. It's awesome assault mech to have on in your mech force, because it's highly effective at multiple ranges. But in MechWarrior Online, as far as the stock builds are concerned, it's not that much of a damage dealer. and it can be made to be very good. You just have to sort of get used to the fact that it has a very strong emphasis on most of its models on its left side, being very reliant on all of its sort of short to mid-range weaponry for its hardpoints. So you have to protect the left side of your mech. If you don't, you're screwed, basically. Unless obviously you've got SRMs in your right arm or your right torso area, but you know, it's definitely one of those mechs that can suffer a lot. It's like blowing an arm off a Panther, or blowing the arms off Phoenix Hawks. As soon as they're gone, they've lost virtually all of their weaponry. So it's the same with the Zeus. If you're fighting one, always shoot the left-hand side. If it's but unless it's the hero model, which I think is a bit more equal in its layout. So yeah, the 6T. Yeah, it's really down to personal preference. Check the hardpoints. And it can go up to a standard 390 or an XL 390 in engine size. Maybe the new weapons will help it out. I don't know. I'd be interested to see how it actually works out for this mech. So with the new tech, if people give it a chance. But other than that, it looks great. And if you do fancy just something a bit different, yeah, try it out. The Zeus is a cool mech. It's got great history to it, fantastic background. Which I'll get more into with the other chassis vids, unless you've already watched them, and then this one will be kind of weirdly out of order for you. Anyway, thanks for watching, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Target destroyed.